Hi, I'm Johnny. I'm Alejandra's friend.
Sheila, a friend of Alejandra's.
Leela, a friend of Alejandra's. I'm Sydney, and I'm a friend of Alejandra's.
I'm Paul, and I'm a friend of Alejandra's.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to be talking to you guys about filling out the FAFSA. Most of you guys are either juniors or seniors, or you've done this already, going through the FAFSA that you need to fill out to get to college and get help. The FAFSA is just a form. You've put in your information, all your tax information, anything of you gaining money, and that just gives the government a general idea of what type of money they can help you out to get to college, whether it's grants, loans, or work study, or anything like that. So overall, just keep calm. Make sure you file it. Don't stress out about it. Stressing out can cause you to fill it in wrong and cause you to get less money. Just make sure you do everything correctly. Okay. Before you start, make sure you have all this information. You have your W-2 forms, anything that says that you've worked and gained money, your social security number, tax information, yours or your parents'. If you are dependent, you won't need your parents' information, but if you are dependent still on them, you still have to have their information. Your current bank statements, any investment records, or anything that you have asset-wise, you have to have records for that. Along with that, you're going to need to do your PIN. Two ways you can do it is the hard copy way and the online way. This is the hard copy way. It's basically one example of what it looks like is just very self-explanatory. It asks you for your name, certain information. You're going to go ahead and write that in. Fill in the bubbles for a couple questions that it asks you, and when you're done, you can go ahead and mail that in. The other faster way you can do it is the online version. This is a general way of what it looks like. The online way does have a lot more information. It has a lot of tabs of general questions you guys can do. It also has the IRS retrieval tool, and it also has helpful hints for every time you're plugging something in. If you're on question 5 and it asks you for what you made this year in taxes, if you click on that, on the right side it brings up hints that tell you it's number 30 or number 40 on your tax statement, your tax return, so you can just fill that in according to what it has. The website looks exactly like this. Oh, let me go back here to home. It is www.fafsa.ed.gov. Go to that and it brings up this page. This is the page where you're going to go ahead and start your FAFSA. I had mentioned that you need your PIN to start. The PIN is very important. You just go here. You do need the PIN to anytime you log in, anytime you want to sign it, or anytime you want to make any type of correction to it. When you do submit it, when you start filling it out, it asks you to make a login with your PIN, and you're going to need that. It also, when you're about to submit it, it asks you to sign your FAFSA, and you use your PIN to sign it. And anytime you want to correct or anything on there, to get back into it, it asks you for a PIN. So make sure you have that and you remember that. You can just apply on here, and it'll give you one. You also have to, if you do put your parents' information on there, it also asks you for a PIN for them, so you also have to apply for a PIN for them as well to sign it and everything. Okay, on here it also has the help tab. If you go on the help tab, it has different categories you can look under. You can contact them, you can look at the steps to do after when you get your information. It explains what you're going to get after, what type of information. It also explains general questions that people may have. Why should you fill it out? When should you fill it out? That's another big thing you can look at is deadlines. Make sure you get those deadlines done. The FAFSA does have deadlines around June, but you might want to look at the college you want to go to because their deadlines are usually earlier around, I'd say, April. So make sure you're looking at that. You also can look at the IRS data retrieval tool. That's one thing that they have on there. It talks about how does it work, if you're eligible for it, why would you use it, and it's just a lot smoother when you connect the IRS information that they already have to your FAFSA, so they know it's correct, and so they know you did everything smoothly. And if you go in and connect those, again, it's going to go a lot smoother, and you're going to get information a lot faster. Another tab you can go into is the About Us. If you're not really sure quite who they are, or what they do, or what it's for, you can go into About Us. It takes you to a different site. It talks about who they are, what they do, basically why they're doing this, and it gives you different resources you can go into. It's basically just explaining why they're doing stuff, who they are, just different things like that. Good, get out of this one. So then, you can go back on. The online version and the hard copy are going to be very similar just because they ask the same amount of questions. It's the same thing, but the online version is going to be just a lot faster if you have all your information in. That way, also when you submit it electronically, it's going to go by a lot faster, just like your taxes, instead of on like in paper sending it through the mail. It's going to take a couple weeks to get there and for them to process it. But if you do it online, it just goes electronically a lot faster, gets them a lot faster. That way they can process it and then give you information back. Then from there, they send the information to your college, and then they can both figure out how much money they can give you as to grants, loans, or work study.